So got a gist of it, meaning pulsatilla will not say like very mild, gentle, some wind will come and it will go like that way, he will move like this way, that will not happen. But he will not appear as very weeping and very sober, but his body-mind connection and accepting the situation, though he appeared to be very strong, but he accepts or postpones or avoids. That is miasm and that is sensation, and based on few simple rubrics in acute, case was solved. It was a very challenging case, but how we can commit mistake and how we can rectify that. And if again I was thinking eczema is the main problem, but he said on the first sentence only, I am Ranunculacea. My main problem is anger, and I tremble with anger. This is his first sentence, isn't it? But if you listen to his story, you will not give pulsatilla. Anyone will give Brahmania to him. In abroad, whenever I presented, either everyone said Brahmania, purposely willing to pass little time. I just carried on this boring video, little bit purposely. Of course, transcription was given. Everyone said either calcarea floor or mostly Brahmania, very confidently with so many rubrics. And then we point out this body-mind connection, how much important it is. Then it is real beauty. And how simple homeopathy is and how complicated we make it. Isn't it? Very simple. This is science, and how results are convincing. Just the white patch was there, and after within a short time that also disappeared. His skin became absolutely normal. So we'll do one more case.
So what the next
200. Repeatedly. Meaning whenever required, because everyone takes overtake and something happens, he becomes angry. His whole family is by patient. Whenever son is not doing homework, he becomes angry. Whenever something is happening, he loses temper and he gets sleepless. And moment this kind of body-mind reaction is there, I repeat it. To be honest, in this case, average once a month I repeated for at least for 1 year. Then repetition was once in 2 months, once in 4 months, once in 6 months. And wherever there is any problem, I repeat. Otherwise, mostly is on placebo. And at one point I said, you are cured. Like allopathy, anytime any problem happens, come to me. No need to take the medicine regularly. That impresses further. Maybe 1 year you should treat. And after 1 year or 18 months or whatever, when you see that patient is much better, you can tell the patient, now whenever any problem you approach us. That creates a better rapport and a good feeling. And in any patient like rheumatoid arthritis or psoriasis, patient may require treatment even for years. That is okay. In this patient, I could very openly say that now you are much better. Whenever problem you see me, that worked better. Any other question?
Staphysac also has trembling in that problem. How to?
Staphysac is good question. Staphysac level control and dignity and self-respect is very important. He spoke about that, my image, but when I inquired about that, he didn't stick to that particular. The self-dignity, respect, insult, heart, and out of everything, the main feeling of Staphysac is elements from wounded honor, and I need to control it. If you hurt me, I will never show my anger, because everyone will feel I am a nice person, I have got lot of reputation in the society, and that I should not lose it by having full control over the situation. Whereas it is opposite here. Straight away he loses control, is not the issue at all. Whereas the situation of Staphysac is that my boss is very strict, I have to stay here, and he insults me and I have to control my anger. And I come back home and I start beating my children, or sometimes maybe I throw things. But at office I have to be very nice, sober gentleman with full control. This is Staphysac. I am a very dignified person. This is very important. I think one case did very well. In that case, everything was of that body-mind connection. But this particular gentleman remembered about 25 years ago, father said something to him, which he felt damn insulted, and damn meaning his prestige got hampered. His own father said something very silly thing, and after 25 years he said, this is the saddest incident in my life. I remembered that. That was Staphysac, and he has never showed his anger, and after 25 years in our case taking he revealed that. That patient did beautifully well with Staphy. Beauty is same family, because it is Ranunculus family. If you see anger trembling from Staphysac is one of the strong remedies. Maybe Ranunculus bulbosus, maybe Ranunculus S, maybe aconite. These are the remedy from same family. So even if pulsatilla is not there, but other members of the family there, very confidently you can use the rubric. This is another advantage of why we should evaluate our sensation method or the family idea. If plant is from like the previous case, one of the rubric, I think palpitation, what was the rubric in Dulcamera? Palpitation? Fright. It is Stramonium is there, not the Dulcamera most probably. But because Stramonium is there, which is from the same family, Solanaceae, I was very confident to give. This I have learnt in my meningioma case. I shared last time, I think, that she had meningioma is cured. Nature is changed. Remedy is colchicum, very sure. But her dream was communication with God. And if you see delusion, communication with God, colchicum is not there, veratrum is there. Veratrum is also from Liliaceae family, acute miasm, but it is from the same family. If dreams of God is not there in the remedy, but same family covers it, that can cure, why not we apply to the other cases where the same rubric is missing, but the same family is covered. So this way you can broaden your use of repertoire. Do you follow?
Yes.
Then you are not narrowed down, because whole case is just falling into that body-mind connection and very sensitivity and anger and raw nerves, etc. Any further?
Can you?
Not related to this case, but in cases there are multiple sensitivities coming up in a case, then in that case, what will you do? What sensitivity do you take?
A good question at right point. If there are multiple sensations, for example, in this case it happened. At one point he said caught in the dream. Another time he said insulted. Another time he said humiliated. Another time he felt tight. Another time choked. Lot of sensation in a family, in a case. That also gives clue it is Ranunculacea. Ranunculacea has a lot of mixed emotion, like anger with indignation. If you see the rubric, elements from anger with indignation, elements from anger with grief, elements from humiliation with indignation, combined emotion, elements from sadness with anger. This combined emotion on one side is Ranunculacea. Another side I have seen in my experience, if case is definitely planned, very sensitive, body-mind connection is very clear, but you are getting many sensation, more than one. It is a plant but many sensation and you cannot pinpoint what it is. Think of Ranunculacea again. Because there are mixed emotions, lot of emotions, and raw nerves is the main issue. If I just tell you the Ranunculacea sensation from Dr. Shankaran's schema. Thanks. The vexed, that is annoyed feeling, excited easily, raw nerves, morbidly sensitive, electric shock like pain, irritability, excessive anger with grief, guilt, shock, annoyed, distress, harassed, insulted, dreams, vexation, sharp stitching, stabbing, stinging, sticking pain. So if you see, and bursting pain, lot of combined emotion is there. Stinging pain is there, stitching pain is there, stabbing pain is there, sharp pain is there, electric shock like pain is there, then annoyed is there, shock is there, grief is there, insult is there. But out of everything, very simple thing is, moment you are angry or annoyed or insulted, there is a body-mind connection. Either there is trembling, or your face turns red, or you become speechless, etc., etc.